quizzes, facts untold, unlocking mysteries, watch them unfold. Puzzles, quizzes, mysteries unfold. Brain benders banter, keep your mind on fire, twisting and turning higher and higher.
Yeah, after dark hits different. Sun goes down, truth comes out. No small talk, no fake doubt. I don't play where shadows creep. I just move while others sleep. Mind sharp, heart set. I don't chase, I collect. While they talk, I make moves. That's just how I groove. No return ticket, I'm already gone. Train left the station, I'm rolling on. No rewind, no second guess. I move forward, nothing less. After dark, I stand my ground. Different energy, different sound. You can watch, but don't mistake. I don't slow, I don't break. Stay sharp, stay real. BBB, after dark.
Hello, everyone.
Greetings from
Good
South
evening.
Carolina.
Hi.
Hey, everyone. All right. So, tonight, all right, BBB family, tonight's a little bit different. We're here for something bigger than our usual conversations. We've added a few YouTubers that have come to join us and Twitch people to come join us. One of our own is going through something not a parent should ever go through or face. We want to take this time to come together, show support, and raise awareness about something that is affecting so many families right now in the US and I think the world. But tonight, about respect, compassion, and being there for each other. Thank you for being here, because I have on panel right now Brian. And Brian
Hello.
has worked. He has worked for me. And Brian has recently lost his 19-year-old son to the fentanyl. And we are trying to come together tonight for awareness. We're going to give statistics. We're going to be educated. And we're going to share it out and support. But right now, he's trying to raise money to get a headstone for his son's unmarked grave. So, Brian, why don't you go ahead and tell us your story?
Okay, so as you guys know, she just said I lost my son January 23rd to fentanyl poisoning. He went to the hospital January 19th for I don't know how to say the word. I think it's called rhabdomyolysis. It's a muscle breakdown, and he was in so much pain that he said he really couldn't walk. His foot was hurting. So he spent 3 days in the hospital, trying to regain strength and get the pain out of his leg. And so on the third day, they let him out the hospital. He came home, and he's still saying he was in so much pain. All I remember is that same night, we watched a movie, ate dinner, and he went to bed. I remember him saying that he wanted some pain pills or whatever, so he can knock out the pain. I gave him Tylenol. He said it wasn't working. So I guess when his friends he called one of his friends. Friends said I think it's called Percocet. Said he was giving him some Percocet, and it was gonna knock out the pain. So uh, next thing I know, I'm waking up like usual to get up and go give him a kiss. 'Cause I give my boys a kiss every morning before I leave for work. And that morning was one of the most devastating mornings. That I went in his room to tell him to get the phone out of his hand. Please get the phone. Well, first I said his name. Hey, I call him Lil B because he's a junior, Brian Jr. So I say, hey, Lil B, Lil B. I called his name, finally get closer. He's not moving. Tried to take the phone out of his hand, and he was just already stiff. And I just yelled and screamed all the way to the top of my lungs. And called the ambulance, did chest compressions, and come to find out, coroners told me, yeah, he died from fentanyl poisoning. Brian was a great kid. He was
Didn't he
working.
just join the army?
Yes, well, he didn't actually join fully yet. He had got the email because he put one of his emails on my phone. It was on my phone, so he put one of his emails on my phone. So the day after he passed, the recruiter said you were cleared. You're cleared to join the
Oh,
army. And I sent the recruiter a message and said, it's too late. You just passed away.
oh,
Recruiter sent his condolences because he was working with Brian, trying to help him. Because the first two times he didn't pass the test. He didn't pass the written test that they wanted him to take. So third time he passed, and I was overly joyed when he passed. The recruiter was actually just waiting on the background clearance to clear. So that's what that was when he sent me the clearance and said you're cleared. And so yeah, he passed on the third day. Well, actually, the same day he got out the hospital. He passed the same day he got out the hospital. Actually, finally, it took me about a month to check my cameras because I got security cameras in his room. And I was looking at the camera to see what he was doing that night. And that same night, all he did was just turn over and got in a position like he was looking at his phone, and he didn't move after that. But yeah, he was cleared to join the army. He was working at Dollar General, um, part time at Dollar General. He was just all around a great kid. He was volunteering for uh, lots of community nonprofit organizations. Like we have one in our neighborhood called the Love Action. He was always helping out, volunteering for them. Anytime anybody needed help, he was always volunteering. He would help his friends out. I remember like right before he passed, his dad his friend's dad had this big, really big backyard. He wanted his backyard cleaned, and they just cleaned out so much stuff. I'm talking about throwing old refrigerators, all the debris. They cleared his backyard really, really good. Him and his friend. Yeah, he just always wanted to help out. That's all he was doing. Always just helping. Whenever he wasn't doing anything, he was helping, going to church. Even if I was too tired to go to church, and he'd get off work and say, "Hey, Dad, can I use your car? I want to go. Take my girlfriend to church with me." And I'll be like, "Hey, well, yeah,
oh,
yeah." And yeah, he was like a really sweet kid. He was quiet, really quiet all the time, and so quiet to where if anybody, well, it was a lot of I didn't like some of the friends that he used to try to hang with, and, because they used to try to use him, and
mm,
he's quiet. He never lets anything get to him. Like even if he would know that they're using him and still wouldn't say anything. Like, and I would get mad, like really mad and upset about it. Like, man, why you wanna go around somebody that's using you? And he would just be quiet. He won't say anything. Like it didn't bother him, and nothing bothered him at all. And like I said, he was just a really, really sweet kid. He joined the army. Well, he did join. Like I said, he got the clearance the day after he passed. And right now, I just want to raise money to give him a headstone. A nice headstone for his final resting place. Came up with all the money for his funeral and you know for his plot. Did the best I can. But yeah, Brian was a really, really, really sweet kid. If you guys knew him, I'm pretty sure you guys would fall in love. even people at his job, like when I go up to his job sometimes, and I would just pop in and do a little shopping at Dollar General pickup, and I had the managers telling me, "Oh yeah, he's a really good, really sweet kid," and yeah, I can't stop thinking about him every single day. It's like it's hard. Well,
Right.
get up. I just stay busy now because it's just hard staying in my house. Especially without him.
It's totally understandable.
Yeah.
And I'm just always staying busy now. Like today, we just came from one of my wife's cousins' little kid birthday party, and
Mm.
like I said, today's her birthday was on 420, so now we have family over now, and
Oh.
I'm trying to keep her as happy as I can too, because I don't want her breaking down too. Because she didn't quit her job. She went on leave, but she has not been able to leave the house. Unlike
Mm.
me, I'm opposite. I have to leave the house because if I just stay here, I would break down. And she's like, if I leave, she feels like she's leaving him if she leaves the house.
Mm.
So
Right.
and
Well,
for
I bet that's how a mom would feel,
yeah, she's
or
always
just a parent in general. Um,
yeah. Like I said, she's always in the house. She went on leave after
mhm.
my son passed, and actually he only went back to work one day because when he went to the hospital. Both of us were at the hospital every day. So he went to the hospital one time after January 19th, and January 23rd she just hadn't been in work at all. And I gave it 2 weeks. After that second week, because I'll just wake up every morning and come like exactly where I'm sitting right now, and I would just break down crying, and I would just talk to him right in the same position that I'm sitting in right now, and I would just be crying, breaking down tears, just talking to my son, even though he's not here, but I know he can hear me. So yeah, it got really, really hard. Just every morning, just waking up, even before the sun comes out, I would just sit right here and just cry. And yeah, it is
So,
hard.
Brian, I would like people on panel to be able to talk to you individually and be able to communicate with you, ask you things. And so, like, we'll take turns, everyone. If anyone has questions or share statistics, I have some statistics in the back for you, Grump, in the back
Mhm.
chat.
Okay.
And Chrissy, that link, remember for the link chat,
Yeah.
we've got Zach on that as well.
Zach. It's getting lively at Brian's. So what link are you talking about for
The
chat?
link that I put in the private chat for the.
Okay, so we've got
You
click
guys
that
have a
link.
donation
link it.
link where it all goes to
Yes.
one place.
Yes, and I put that in the back chat, Griff. If you could,
I'm full screen, so I can't get to the back chat.
Here, hey, Grid, I'll put it in your.
Yeah, throw it in my Discord, would you?
there you go.
There you go. It's in your. You should have it on yours. I just put it in your Twitch chat, so
Oh my!
you should have
I
that.
don't even have that
Just
open.
trying to make
Oh,
it
hang
difficult
on,
for
okay.
him right now.
I feel dirty going over to
I-
Twitch. Give me a second. I'll sully myself.
I did send you the link in Discord originally, but there it is on a silver
it's
platter
okay.
for you in
I'm
Discord.
I'm
I got
sullying
you.
myself right now. I'm over there right now. I'm sorry.
Griff,
The sullying continues.
Grid
Yes.
is a YouTuber.
Well, I'm what am I on Twitch? I'm a
An unreasonable
associate?
man. No,
I don't know what I am. Associate or
I sent it to you in your. I sent it to you in your Discord.
Yeah, thank you.
You're good to go.
I got it on Twitch too. I just don't. Twitch is just like I don't know. It's not as.
We're just
not
trying
as-
to help a family in need. Caldy,
We are indeed. Let me get this link here. There we go. And
Caldy, I can't hear you, buddy. Caldy.
Just let this finish up. And I'll talk.
Okay, the link is sent out on Chrissy's chat, and
Please, all of you, share the link in back chat with your with your stream.
Oh, can I add
Is my mic
something else
overpowering
too?
on your end?
That Brian
Mhm.
Brian Jr. was also he graduated high school. And after he graduated high school, I planned it for him to get his driver's license on his
Is that
birthday.
bad? Cool.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
He went because he passed the written test, of course. So when we set up the appointment for him, I put it off for his birthday, and he was excited about getting his driver's license on his 18th birthday.
I bet.
Oh,
Yeah. I just wanted to share that one too because I thought that was really cool. I was like, man, you're gonna always remember what day you got your driver's license because you got it on your 18th birthday.
shit.
Tug.
Is my mic like super loud over here now?
I know, Tug. I could see it. I feel it.
Not crazy worse. It's just a little hot, but not bad.
Okay. Yeah, there's something
Brian,
when I
can you mute
do this,
your mic?
Yes. Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, apologize. Sometimes when I turn that down just a hair, for some reason it constantly comes in on the wrong input, and I turn it up to get better sound, and then it's like decimates all. For some reason, it constantly
echo. Who's got the echo?
decimates all.
Who's echoing? Tracy.
Yeah, I'm getting it off.
Okay, Tracy.
And
I'm
Chrissy,
like,
click
hey,
the
my iPad just went on by mistake. And I'm
Okay.
like, oh, shnipies.
That's okay. It's everybody has a rookie day.
Yep. Tracy's new to YouTube, Griff.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
YouTube's easy.
It's not easy, but it is worth the work.
I got material. I just have to put it out. But anyhow,
So,
I'm
Tug,
really
are you
feeling really
okay?
terrible.
No, because I'm thinking about my own 17-year-old son who's,
Oh.
about to take his driver's test in a while.
Let me put you big, and you tell us how you feel.
Don't do the big thing tonight. Don't do.
I
Don't do the
can't.
big thing. Okay. Thank you.
And Chrissy, click the link I just put in the private chat.
Click the link in the private chat. Okay, got it.
There's nothing
Got
I
it.
can say
Got it.
to you, Brian, that's going to make you feel any better. I can't even imagine what you're going through. And trying to imagine it is kind of breaking me. So just know that I feel for you, man. I really do. That's all I can say right now. I'm kind of losing
And
it.
I think just Brian just needs
Thanks.
that support, like those virtual hugs that we're giving him right now.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. And you're right. There's really no words that can make it make it right. And like I said, it's just I think that God wanted him more. And what I come to realize, that we're all only temporary to each other. God only gave my kids, for temporary. He gave me them. I'm their temporary father. 'Cause everybody's gonna leave this earth one day. So I'm just coming to realization, after my son passed, that he only gave them to me temporary. And it's sad to say it like that. I know, that
I don't know.
I
I think
guess-
that's probably a good way to look at it, honestly. It's better than just being raged at the unfairness of it, like I don't know.
Brian, just
I have
be aware we've got
love you,
a $30 coming in from Mila Stoner, who's from the community here. $30. May God make it easy on the family, and a heart.
Aww.
$30.
There we
It
go.
has begun.
It has begun, Brian.
Thank you. I
It
just
has
received
begun.
the notification just right now. It just popped up. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
How do we make that in the corner? Let me see if I can have an on-screen tally that's not like the focus of everything, but at least it's on screen.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Grump is really good. That's why he's my producer. Caldy, you were trying to speak earlier.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like when you said the Percocet thing, I've lost several friends to that. The fentanyl poisoning. Like the love of my life got lost to that, like right during COVID. So like, I will never understand what you're going through, but yeah, it's bad. It's a bad thing. It's a very bad thing.
Yeah, you're right. I never really, well, I've heard of it, people dying from it and stuff like that, but it never hit me. I didn't think it was that big of a deal. And there's a whole community now for just fentanyl awareness, fentanyl poisoning awareness. And there's so many grieving mothers and fathers, and
It's
friends,
real.
loved ones. Yeah. And, yeah, it's really real. One of the parents shared to me that, she started carrying lots of Narcan and fentanyl test strips. She said she had lost her son too, and she actually gave me I told her I just wanted a few just in case, but she gave me 5 big cases of them. And I'm like, I still have them in my truck because I don't really go anywhere or do anything besides go to work and come home and chill with family. But
Right.
I only need
Well, you had Narcan on hand at the time. That's absolutely horrible.
No, bro.
No, not
this
at the
is
time.
afterward.
They've been given to him now.
Oh,
Now
I'm sorry. I was
Yeah.
messing.
Yeah.
I'll shut up.
Now
I should have been
people are
paying
giving
more
it.
attention. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And as I understand it with fentanyl, it's like the amount that you need to have a fatal dose is it's microscopic.
It's tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my
like it could be
gosh.
dusted with something, right?
Yeah, I mean,
you
cops,
touch
if they just
something.
if they even suspect that they've come into contact with the powder in the air, they have to take Narcan,
And
Wow.
it's also
Yeah, you're right. I seen something on Facebook where a cop was just standing there and he just fell to the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
It's
just fell to
scary.
the ground, passed out. His partner had to give him Narcan and he woke back up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, I
So
think I
should
saw
we
that,
all
but that
have
was an OD.
Narcan just in case? Like, is it
Well,
something
I
everyone should keep on
Depends where you
them?
live, but
Yes, I
probably.
believe so. Because for the simple fact, you never know if you might be running down the street and you see somebody passed out, or go to the store or anything. See, women, you guys have purses, so it's easier for you guys to carry it. As men, I think we should keep it in the car, just in case if, like I said, if we're driving down the street, gas station, whatever, pumping gas. That's where I mostly see, where like a lot of homeless people will be at, like gas stations, whatever. So.
That's a good point. I live in St. Louis, and North St. Louis right now is having having an epidemic of fentanyl right now. So yeah, maybe I should have Narcan in the car.
I think it'll save lives for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Because right now I have like a bunch of fentanyl test strips. I've even heard like after my son passed, one of my brothers-in-law said that he has to test his weed.
Oh, God.
And he was like, man, I got to test my weed now because he was like, there's people putting fentanyl in weed. I was like, wow, man, thank God I stopped smoking weed a long time ago. Man.
Yeah, they're putting it in everything because it's so cheap and easy to make.
And he told me how he does it too. He said he'll, break a piece off the weed and he's like, and just put it in some water. And then he said if it turns a color, then it has fentanyl in it. And I was like, wow, it's getting that serious. We're
Okay, so this is
matter of fact, here's another just posted something on Facebook saying that they're putting fentanyl in their vape pens, but I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah, it was about a year ago, I think. My camera just went nuts. Give me a sec.
I'm gonna try this. There we go. On screen, but not taking up the whole thing. Here we go. On screen.
That works. Good job. I didn't even know that was an option.
I had to set up a whole new thing. But just a quick also, you can, if you've got a healthy savings account or a flexible spending and you get towards the end of the year and you have dollars that you have to spend or you lose them. I'm not sure which one is which. One is one just keeps building. The other one you have to, like, every calendar year, whenever the calendar year or the fiscal year changes over, you have to spend it or you lose it. You can buy medical supplies from certain vendors. You might be able to even on Amazon. That's a great time to stock up on things like Band-Aids. Narcan is a big one. I want to say it's like $40 ish retail for a 2-pack.
That's not too bad.
and some of them come with a little case. You know what? Here, let me verify. I think I've got about a half a dozen.
Yeah, you can literally buy Narcan at Walmart.
Yeah,
Wow.
just to say, I don't know how it is in other states, but in South Carolina, you can go to the law enforcement division and request them, and they'll give them to you.
Yep.
Wow, I gotta look into that.
Really?
Oh.
This is all good information, guys. Like, do you guys have more information? Because, I mean, you don't realize until you actually go through it, right?
Just on Amazon, around $40. Some coupons, some higher, some a little lower, some around that, some a bunch lower, like $10 lower, with a case, and it's like a pink asterisk is, I guess, the logo for Narcan. Naloxone is also that's the drug name, not the brand. Narcan is the brand name.
Okay.
Thank you for your donation. Whoever just donated, thank you. I just seen it, got another notification. Thank you very much.
Ooh, refresh. We've got from Wally and Millie $50. The message is God bless.
Yay, Brian. We're
Thank
getting
you.
there,
Thank
buddy.
you, guys. Thank you.
Like any kind of anything, whether it's $1, it's $5. It all adds up. If you have 100 people giving $1 each, that's $100. So, I mean, anything that you can spare helps to save and help this family in need right now.
I've sent this out to a bunch of streams that I'm affiliated with. They're sharing it. It's being shared in probably 30 Discords right now. So hopefully we can help you out.
Greg, you're amazing.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
amazing.
you. I really appreciate it. Well, my family appreciated it. Right now, what I got at his grave site, I went to Walmart and made one of them metallic pictures and just put it down there for right now.
Oh.
Yeah. So hopefully I'll be able to go to one of these monument places now and get on a headstone and put it there. So me and my family really appreciate it.
Brian, if it's not too, this is your house right now. This is your show. Please let me know if this is too much, if you don't want to talk about it. But my question is, I kind of understood that when somebody is buried and you don't have a headstone, that there would be some kind of like concrete, some kind of marker in some form or fashion. Is that not what
It's
happened?
not a thing here in California.
Well, it is, but it's like I want to say like a little 4-inch little, like a postcard. It's a postcard that they wrap in plastic, but the grass grows over it really fast.
It's like a laminated piece of paper.
Yeah, and then like I said, the grass grows over it really, really quick.
And it gets mowed over with the lawnmowers and everything else. Like it's
Not something that'll last, and not an appropriate way to.
And it's not.
Yeah,
like I said, it's not concrete. They don't put any concrete down at all. Yeah, well, like
here
you
in
said,
California,
but probably not here in California. Yeah. Because when my first time going to visit him, I was like, oh man, where is it? I thought they said they were gonna put, like a little placard down here so we can find him. And I go look at it, and it's like a little postcard there, and I'm like, oh man.
Sadly, if you watch some of the movie star tour shows or graveyard tours, some movie stars have that little metal plate too.
This isn't metal. This is just a piece of paper laminated and then
that's terrible.
Literally put
even worse.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's some stakes or something, but it's held on the grass pretty good because it doesn't move. But like I said, it's just like a little postcard that's laminated. It's stuck in the ground.
Yeah, that's not something that's not appropriate for for your child, for anybody really, but especially for your child. Thank you for helping explain that, just to kind of spread the word on that's what y'all are dealing with right now. So that's what this fundraiser is for, to help get a more appropriate marking.
Correct.
Yeah,
because the son is currently in what I consider an unmarked grave.
Barely any indication.
Yeah.
And they take forever to come in too. They take forever.
Yeah. So,
No, 3 more people just donated. Thank you guys for donating. Really appreciate all the
yay!
donations.
Thank you, people. Thank you
Thank you guys.
so
Okay,
much.
we've got from Anonymous $10, and the message is with love. And then from Tug, who's right here, $20. My heart goes out to you and your whole family. Oh, you can tell him yourself. You're right here.
You're right here.
I don't need to speak your words for you.
It's totally fine.
Grown ass man.
Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it.
I can't even. Yeah, I don't have a lot of words. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, truly, I feel this is a parent's worst nightmare.
I don't know what I would do if something happened to my child. I have one, and I know you have
3 boys.
3 boys. I think I would be lost in life, so I can only imagine what you're feeling right now, Brian.
Oh, I am. I'm trying to. Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I came closer to God. We were already becoming closer to God. My son got baptized exactly, I want to say about 3 weeks right before his passing, and he was super excited. I have a video of him, and when the pastor asked him, "Is he ready to give his life to God?" and he was super excited. He was like, "Yes, absolutely, absolutely." And I still have that video on my phone. But yeah, we were. I was already, like I said, I changed my music up before he passed away. Like I stopped listening to rap music, and I was trying to get him to stop listening to rap music, because sometimes he's just in that room playing his music so loud. And I'm like, man, what do you listen to? They sound really stupid. Like,
Hey, Grump.
Sounds like a parent to me.
Grump, they're asking you to drop the dono link in the Twitch chat again.
Yep, already done. The funny thing is, I was in the middle of doing it at the same time as Zach asked, which it's already done. Which it should have. Yeah, there it is. It's a boom.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how many people are listening to this, but earlier tonight on my show, I started my show talking about deadbeat dads and how dads need to step up. And here's a relatively young man who stepped up, took care of his kid, and had to suffer, man, the greatest loss I think a parent could suffer. So I never ask for money from my chat, from my friends, from the people that know me. If they gift me money, that's great, but I never ask for it. Tonight, I am asking, open those fucking wallets, give me my money, make this happen.
Yeah. Good.
Grid, that was really sweet. I don't ask either. Like, I once or twice have tried to help someone, but I felt that this one felt like it tugged at my heartstrings. And especially since I know Brian. I know this guy. He's literally worked with me. Like, I know him in real life. And I was like,
she's a great boss. She is. She's a great
boss. Got another one came in from Caldy, who's a friend. He is right here also.
Caldy!
For $10.
Thank you, Caldy.
I wish I had more to give, brother.
Hey, every little bit. You being here and supporting Brian, I probably feel means a lot to him. Caldy, just being here and supporting and being a YouTuber, sharing it out, being part of something. Smoking Spaceman, welcome into the space. We love you. Love Smoking Spaceman.
So you said he got baptized 3 weeks before he passed?
Yes. Well, that was rebaptized. He got baptized younger, but when he was little, but I wanted him to get rebaptized while he was little, so he can fully understand what baptism is.
Well, that's great. I mean, it helps you know that his soul is safe, right?
Yes. Yes, it does. It does. Yeah, it does. Every day is just really hurtful, though. Like I said, every single day, I can't stop thinking about him. No matter what I'm doing, I'm in the shower, I'm thinking about him. I'm, on the toilet, I'm thinking about him. At work, driving my truck, I'm thinking about him. I go to bed thinking about him. It's real hurtful, and like I said, I'm asking God for peace and comfort. You know, there's nothing. And not to say this, there's another thing. The car that I was gonna give him is just sitting out here now, not being driven. Well, he was already driving it all the time, but I never told him it was his. I told him, it was his mother's car. And when he used to get off work and come home, and then sometime he'll leave again, he's funny because he'll be like, his mom would be like, where you going in my car? He'd be like, well, this is our car. This is our car, Mom. He's like, I put all the gas in here, and this is our car.
Brian, you've got a from Too Tall Rob on Chrissy's YouTube. I'm so sorry for your loss, Brian, and I'll be making arrangements through Chris and sending you $100. So you have it promised. So far, there's $150 on the Give Send Go, plus 100 promised that should be coming in at some point in the near future. So you're at 250 total.
Thank you guys.
We're working to help you, Brian.
Thank you.
Hey, I keep telling these guys I know how to cook. I don't think they realize that I actually cook.
Oh yeah. She does. Oh man.
I believe you. I just need evidence.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she can cook. And then I've heard some other stories that I want to try from some other coworkers that I haven't got yet neither, Chrissy. Yeah, and I want to try it. But I heard some of her ribs are really, really good, and she smokes them really, really good. And she has her own flavors that she puts in it. And I'm waiting to try some of those ribs, Chrissy.
All right.
Yeah, I might have to drive out there.
So I'm really glad that you reached out to me, Brian, and said like, hey, can you help bring awareness? Because this is a topic that not just you're affected by. Like, you see how much bigger it is now. There's so many people being affected by it. And until it affects us, we're not aware of how it's affecting everyone until it affects you. And then once it affects you, you're aware and your eyes are opened. I don't want people to have to keep going through their eyes being opened in that way. I want to just make them aware. And I am very grateful for my daughter also in chat. She says that she also carries that in her car. So thank you, Sierra. That medicine.
Narcan.
Like,
that was that. The Narcan will definitely save some lives. It definitely will.
But she's carrying it in her car, which tells me, that's my educated baby.
I had actually the lady who gave me the cases of Narcan. We're having an Easter community, a little get together, whatever, at a local auto shop right next to us, and she had related to me that she was just driving down the street one day, and there was somebody just laying on the ground. She said she pulled over, got the Narcan out, and this was just recently. This, Easter just passed not too long ago. And so she was like, it was a few days before Easter. She said she pulled over, got the Narcan out, shot him. She said she had to give the person 2 shots of Narcan. And she said the person woke up, and she basically saved that person's life while just driving down the street.
So what is it about fentanyl that shuts the body down?
I'm not sure. I don't know what's in the fentanyl. That I wish I can tell you. I don't know.
As I understand it, it literally just makes your heart stop. It relaxes your muscles so much that even your heart won't keep moving.
Yeah, from what I was told too, that it was only supposed to be used by doctors.
Yeah.
The dosing is it's really sensitive to the dosing. Like very, very small mistakes kill people.
And it has legit medical uses. That's why it's like they use it in hospitals, but like very very observant about how much and for what purposes, and metered very precise.
And they measure, and they're constantly monitoring you when they give it to you.
You're under supervision.
Even in hospitals, they have problems because they don't know what your tolerance is, right? And so they just have to keep increasing it in small amounts. And because there's so many people who use fentanyl, sometimes whether they know it or not. So it's a really, really dangerous drug because, and there's a guy whose daughter was given a marijuana cigarette. I don't know what state he was in, but like the first time she'd ever tried anything.
Man.
Oh, and man. It was laced with fentanyl and it killed her. You know, she was like 16, like never done anything like that before. It was just like with her friends and it just, you know, and it killed literally in like 3 minutes from like it was done. And that guy is, you know, he's basically like, he is on like a one-man crusade against these fentanyl deaths, especially from laced cigarettes, laced pills, because what happens is you have an addict who has built up a tolerance or resistance to it, so they can take so much more. So, but if they give you that same dose, you are dead in seconds.
Really?
Yeah. And that seems to be the crux of the issue, is that you have these addicts that have built up such a tolerance to it, and then they get they, thinking nothing of it because they're idiots, they're drug addicts. They give somebody a cigarette that or whatever laced with what they would use, and then it kills the guy. So
can you share that person's information with us as well? Because I would like to support that cause, and I'm sure Brian, after what he's went through, having a support group like that would be as good as well.
Cleaner, do you have that? That's a guy in my chat. Cleaner, do you have that? It's like the save or don't forget Alyssa or something. I forget the girl's name, but it's he's all over Facebook and other social, TikTok and all the other social medias.
Quick interruption, Brian. You've got 2 additional from effing Epic. $20 coming in. Stay strong is the message, and then from
thank you, effing Epic.
It says from my heart, $20 from Tracy is the message.
Cleaner should come up. Like, you guys should send Cleaner the link. Let him come up. Like, I love Cleaner.
So we're at 190 on the site. That's 290 total. We're at almost $300, folks.
Thank you.
Anything that you can send to help Brian buy a headstone for his son, which is something that nobody should ever have to say.
Correct.
We all appreciate all of it.
Well, according to Cleaner,
Cleaner should come up and talk about this subject. I love Cleaner. He's like very analytical and
to correct my own.
I just received money from Curse Zero to send to the donation. So thank you, Cursed. I will send it for you.
Thank you.
Yep.
And that's another thing about Brian too, Brian Jr. He never did drugs. I mean, he used to smoke weed, but like I said, he was joining the army, and you can't join the army not even with weed, even though weed is legal out here in California. You can't because they make you go, they test you. So
right.
Yeah, that's an all the time thing. Like if you get caught, if you're active duty and get caught on a urinalysis, a PP test, then that's I believe that's a bad conduct discharge off the top of my head. But yeah,
it is a bad conduct.
You get processed out. You get processed out if you get caught on a PP test.
I mean, like it just goes to the misinformation out there. A lot of people think that people who are dying of fentanyl are just drug addicts, homeless people on the street dying of fentanyl.
No,
and that's not it at all. Like, I think more people are probably dying just from accidental.
Brian didn't do any drugs.
Exactly. Accidental exposure. Or
Prince died from that. Tom Petty.
Yeah. You'd be surprised.
They're taking something that it's handed to them by friends that they think is the good thing, and it's totally up to who the person is to whether you survive or don't survive it.
And even the person giving it to them might not even know. Like, fentanyl is so pervasive right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because the friend, I don't allow anybody to come to my house, but I guess I didn't even know the kid came over, but yeah, like I said, I went to bed, and only reason how I know is because after he passed, I looked at his phone, checked the text messages. Even the cops or the what I want to say, the sheriffs, they're not investigating the kid or anything. And I
Yeah,
thought
no.
that, I thought that that's what they would do by, a fentanyl. That's all I've been hearing on the news. Like if anybody sells fentanyl or give fentanyl to anybody, then you're supposed to go to jail for it. They charge you for it. But the investigators, they did their investigation, and every time I call them and ask them, "Hey, man, what's going on with the case? Are you guys handling it?" And I get the runaround. Last time I called the investigator, he said I'm not even on that case anymore, and he gave me somebody else's number.
Dang.
What?
Shit. That doesn't make sense.
What?
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised of how
That
many
works.
people who you consider straight laced and all this, and they live out in the suburbs, whatever. They're doing it too, and their kids are doing it, and it's a sad thing.
Yeah, nobody's
Very
above
sad.
it.
No, no one. No one's. It doesn't exercise bigotry, if you know what I'm saying. It goes to anybody of every level.
It's an
And
equal
it's sad.
opportunity killer.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
It doesn't care.
Mm-hmm.
Brian,
Yes.
we've got an additional incoming from We Jammin', who's big around the Chrissy BBB community. $20. I am so sorry for your loss. Praying for you and your family.
Thank you. Oh, my
You're
baby
doing it.
here to join
Brian
us.
was jamming.
cute.
Was
Hello.
jamming
Oh,
his
hi.
Hi, BB.
Say
So
hi.
cute.
Say hi. You're on
Hi.
YouTube.
Yeah, that's you.
You're on TV.
It's
You're on YouTube.
So cute.
Say thank you.
I like your bangs. I mean your braids. They're so cute. The little braids are
Quick
adorable.
style. No, I don't know how to braid, so I just threw it in a quick style right here.
Are you kidding? It's beautiful.
Hey, you want to go get your brother? Kind of cold out here. You're gonna need a coat. Yeah, wear your coat. Man's shoes. Yeah. Wear your brother. Oh.
Yeah. Gosh,
There's the
I'm so
links
sad.
in most of the chats, and it should be clickable in almost every chat that can hear my voice right now.
You're right back, guys. I'm gonna go get him a coat
Yeah,
and shit.
go do what you got to do.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
do what you got to do,
definitely.
Brian. We'll keep fighting for the fight right here.
Mhm.
So, Grid, what do you think about this whole? I think we should probably try to bring awareness to like this that is going on in our country that is literally taking out a lot of people. It's sad.
Well, I mean, a lot of this is, unfortunately, a lot of the fentanyl is laced into other things, cigarettes,
Right.
vapes, joints, whatever, so that
Stickers. I heard about people going to clubs and getting stickers and dying of fentanyl from
Yeah.
stickers.
Wow.
I used to have I have someone who goes, a viewer, who quite often is on my show. I haven't seen her in a little while, but she's a emergency room doctor, a critical care, and does. But she's an anesthesiologist, and so she would be a better person to talk to about it. Unfortunately, I don't think she's in my chat tonight, but she deals with fentanyl all the time, and it's very, very small amounts that it takes to do the job. And so, but again, if you build up a tolerance to it, the problem is that you can't say, well, X amount will kill you, because if you've never tried it before, a very, very small amount will kill you.
It could be either way, right? Like if somebody takes it all the time, then they think, oh, this is just but this
is just normal. This is my normal.
Yeah. and they don't think that they're actually murdering someone when they give someone else that.
Right. And if you do a quick Google search, you know, like teen killed by single fentanyl, anything, you're going to find a father in Ohio has been speaking out on a national fentanyl prevention and awareness day, raising awareness to prevent other families from experiencing loss of their children in fentanyl poisoning. Fentanyl Fathers Group, a dedicated group of bereaved parents, including fathers like Robert Branner, travel to schools, share their stories to highlight the danger of one pill can kill, the prevalence of fentanyl and counterfeit substances. So not just normal stuff, but counterfeit pills. You know, somebody thinks they're getting an ibuprofen, and what they get is a hit of fentanyl enough to kill them. You know,
Yeah,
Texas.
that's kind of what Brian said, right? Is like,
Yeah,
they
he was
told
thought he
him
was
it
getting Percocet. Yeah.
Yeah, like something for the pain.
That's what
Yeah.
that was Percocet.
Which actually, I mean, that actually becomes, you know, and I'm obviously not blaming Brian at all, but that becomes where you start as a, you know, in my case as a father, I'm like, hey, you don't take anything unless I give it to you. You don't take things from your friends. You don't take things from, you know, random ass people. Unless I give it to you or a doctor gives it to you, you don't take anything. And you know, when I'm, you know, so I have a 15-year-old son, and he doesn't, you know, he doesn't do anything. He doesn't even have social media by choice. He doesn't want to be on social media. And he has, you know, I doubt he will ever smoke. He might eventually decide to drink, but I don't drink and I never have. So he's kind of following in my footsteps there, but certainly I have a lot of concern that, and I've done the best I can to bulletproof him against peer pressure. So,
Brian, we have an additional incoming from Juan Perez, $5. I'm so sorry for the huge loss of Brian Jr. Sending hugs and prayers to you, your family during the super difficult time, with some hearts, and I think that's a hug.
Thank you, Juan. Juan is one of my.
Thank you, Juan.
Thank you, Juan.
So yeah.
I hear a kiddo's voice.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, he's back out here with me.
Oh,
That's what it's about.
you got your jacket. Good kid.
So, Brian, as long as I've known you, you've been a very engaged dad. Like, Brian literally called out sick to work because he's like, I have to take my kids trick-or-treating on Halloween. Like, I was like, how am I going to move these loads? He's like, not even my problem. Like, I have to take my kids trick-or-treating.
I'm sorry, Jesse. These kids, they'll whine all day if I don't do things for them or do things with them.
Yeah, I imagine Chrissy doesn't whine as much.
Oh, I'd imagine there's extra doubt on that. Just
she kept me employed for a while.
never mind. That's in poor taste.
She kept me employed
I
for a
am
while
a
after
very
that.
good manager.
Yes, you are. You really are. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. I just want to remind everybody watching on all the various platforms. I don't know where we're all being shared right now. Obviously, you're on mine. If you are on mine, give up the money. We need to buy a headstone for this kid. I mean, it's the right thing to do. It's not going to hurt you. It's fine. Just send in the money.
We're just trying to help.
Grid, we've got at least you. I'm live on. So you're on Twitch and.
Yeah,
YouTube.
I don't have anybody in Twitch right now. I think I've got one person in Twitch.
Oh, we've got another. We've got
Emmett.
an Emmett. I'm live on YouTube, Twitch, Kick, Rumble.
Emmett.
Chrissy's live on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and we've just got an Emmett that may not.
Emmett. I got the theme song. I got
There's an Emmett. Emmett.
Do you guys know Emmett?
I got his walk-on music. Give me a sec. I'll find it.
Do you guys know Emmett? I'm sure Grump wouldn't have let him. Okay.
Yeah,
And
Emmett
then-
is.
I invited him.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, he invited me.
Yeah, I got Emmett's walk-on song. You guys want to hear it?
Emmett, welcome. Thank you for coming and helping. This is really a big deal to me because this is somebody I know in real life and I want to help.
Yep, I share the link on my stream to everybody. If everybody, for the people watching me, if anybody wants to give a dono,
You're live too.
Will
Thank you.
be greatly appreciate. Hopefully, we can help.
I've got Emmett cutting out just a little bit. Was that just on my end or
just on your end? I heard him
Okay.
just fine.
I heard it.
Okay, good to go. Okay, so in the back chat again, there's the link to the donation site, and then in the comments on everywhere that's linked to the StreamYard, and then to everywhere that's linked just to me. We've got the link out. We're spamming links, boys and girls, and there it is on the screen.
Oh, look at this comment right here.
Chuck in Tennessee. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Yeah. So he lost a brother to it. So I'm glad you can relate. I'm so sorry that, like, I guess, like, you go through life, right? And you hear it. You hear the media. You hear the news. But it doesn't affect you until it actually affects you.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't until it does.
Right. And it's like, you don't realize the severity of it until someone either close to you, around you, or something is affected by it, or you yourself are affected by it. And I reach out to Brian and his family. Like, he's a really good guy. I could say he's a hard worker. He always was a good dad. Like, literally, he came in and said, I'm going to call in sick Halloween because I have to take my kids trick-or-treating. So you got to figure out who's going to run your loads that night. And I was like, okay, I got this. But I just think that helping right now, like, I don't normally do these kind of streams. Like, I try to avoid these kind of streams, but I felt when he called me and he said, hey, I need help. I felt, I know this person in real life. I know this individual. And if I could rally some good YouTubers together to help, maybe together.
Or even some unsavory ones.
Yeah, okay, stop.
Oh, like us.
I just rally some YouTubers together, maybe all together, maybe not just me, because I don't think I could do it by myself.
She's even trying to use Twitch for good, which is so weird.
That's
bringing
wild.
all of us together.
You can't use Twitch for good. It's written in the bylaws.
No, that's what I thought.
It's in the. It's part of TOS.
Bringing all of us together might help. And adding other YouTubers like Grid, I cannot thank you enough for being here. Emmett, thank you so much for joining us. Grump, thank you for all your efforts. Everyone on my panel, Tug, Sick, Tracy, Caldy, Danny, like, you guys, like, are my Saturday peeps. And having you guys here supporting this means so much to me, you don't even know. So
well, you supported me, so I figure, you know, hey, you know, what's fair is fair, and you know, I give back just as much as I get. You know, I'm one of those
family
people.
here,
I prefer giving out than more or less accepting in. You know, I'm at that age.
Grid, Chuck in Tennessee said, "Can he do a super chat and you pass it on?" Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Throw it out,
Well,
Chuck.
If he's gonna do it, and that means minus like 30% for taxes.
Yeah,
so
if
just
you could do a
Venmo or a Cash App or a
send it directly to the Give Send Go link would be the most efficient way to actually get the cash.
Give Send Go is fine. It's not pushy or anything.
It's not, and it only it literally takes like 1%.
You can also send it to my Cash App if you need to. I can pass it on that way.
And if you send it via a super chat, so first of all, YouTube takes a percentage, which I think that's about 25-30%, and then
higher than it should be.
you pay taxes on it on top of that.
Damn.
What is it?
No, I was just agreeing with you. It's just too much. Yeah.
I think it's 30%, right, Grid?
It's up to 30% based on how large it is and how much you make through YouTube and blah blah. Nobody knows.
And then
Yeah,
And then
no,
whoever
If
receives
YouTube
it has to
math-
pay income tax on it, like personal earned income tax.
I'm sure if you ask Google,
I
they'll tell
don't.
you.
Well,
If YouTube
Grid's
math-
really good at taxes.
Well, I'm also
Well-
in Tennessee who has no state income
Yeah, I
tax,
was about to say,
and
you have no income tax.
Federal. No,
well,
Texas
federally,
too.
it's as far as the federal is concerned, the money all goes into my business, and my business pays me, and so the business doesn't have anything left over, so the business has no earnings.
Okay.
Damn.
I run a business for this. You run a business for this. Not, so we're good, but
Hey, we need to get backstage and
I
talk
run the
about
I
this
am,
business.
I am a professional.
Yes.
I'm not but I'm not very professional. So
Brian, are you okay? We've got more donations coming in. What's your total right now, Grump? What's the total right now? That
refreshing it right now. Just a moment. Let's see. Okay, the last one was Juan Perez with $5, 12 minutes ago.
Thank you, Brett. Thank you.
Send the cash coming in. So the total, the goal is 2,500 United States Federal Reserve notes. On the site right now, guaranteed is 215. Plus, we have a promised additional 100. So we're at 315 so far.
Cool.
Thank you.
So we're getting there. So
like-
Brian, we're getting there, buddy.
Thank
Like you were saying before, this hits a lot of people, and it doesn't feel real until it hits you or somebody you know.
Yeah.
And then there's no going back. You can't go back onto that
No.
side once it doesn't affect you until it does, and then it never
Yeah,
doesn't.
there's no turning back
again.
Yeah.
Once
Right.
you go there, you can't come back.
And one of
Exactly.
the statistics that Chrissy put in the back chat here is that according to preliminary CDC data, there's 70,000 drug overdose deaths for the 12 months ending in November 2025, with nearly 70% of those overdose deaths being related to synthetic opioids like fentanyl.
Oh,
So that's a lot. That's a lot of people.
I'm going to drop some more in the back chat for you guys so you could see if you, like you said, Tug, if you want to share, you could share. I did a lot of research after Brian talked to me and telling me like this, and I wanted to bring awareness, but also be very supportive.
Yeah.
And,
Well, I mean, that's
because-
the goal here.
yeah,
Mhm.
absolutely. So I wanted to come together as a community, and I have a new respect for Grid for sure, and Emmett. You guys stepping up, joining us. Thank you so much. We normally here on Saturdays just kind of have like conversation, and but
It's usually
tonight-
chaos. Don't lie.
it's usually chaos. It is, but that's
And
What we
don't
do.
mention the
I
goat.
can't hear anything.
Brian.
He said he can't hear us anymore.
Brian.
You'll probably have to come out, drop out.
You guys still there? Because I can't hear.
Yeah. Drop out and
He
then
can't hear
Oh,
you.
he can't hear you.
He can't hear you.
Okay, I see a thumbs up.
Um,
Volume's all the way up.
Out, come back. Go out, come back. Go
It's-
out, come back.
Hold
yeah,
on.
it was just on. All I did was walk away.
Okay, I'm gonna text message you. Go out, come back.
Let me see.
check this out. Here we go.
Refresh. Okay. Thank you.
we've been trying to reach you about your vehicle warranty. If you like, press 1.
Yeah, I did one too. Really quickly.
Hey, yes.
Good job, guys. Good job
Great
getting
minds.
it through.
Yeah, what can I say?
Oh, is the text? Is this backwards on camera?
No,
No, it
you're
was
good.
fine.
Okay.
Oh,
You're weird,
I
but
want
you're
to-
good.
Got him.
Not fighting with the buttons. Can you hear us now?
yay.
I'm blowing up all of a sudden.
Well, now he's muted.
Right.
You're muted, Brian. If you can hear us.
Yeah.
Okay,
right.
we can hear you. Can you hear us?
Yes.
So that was fun.
Okay. Yeah, that StreamYard is wonky sometimes. Even changing audio device doesn't help. The only thing you can do is like hit refresh on it, or you got to leave all the way and then come back in. Like even the sound test in some cases will still work, but you can't hear anybody, and it's
That's lovely.
ridiculous.
Okay.
And they
So just
charge
be
us
aware
like
that
times
if that
more.
happens, that's the fix.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
No
I don't
problem.
know. Somebody just held up the card and said refresh. So I did that.
Yeah, that was me.
Yes, all
Yeah,
it worked.
then,
Everybody
then,
on panel is
then
so
I did
smart.
one
We're like,
too.
hey, you can't hear us? Here, let's.
This was kind of like my scribble scrabble telling you to come back in. So
Yeah, mine's kind of messy too.
no, but yours is better messy than mine. Mine looks like chicken scratchings.
Eh. So, Caldy, I didn't know that you lost someone very close to you from this as well.
I've lost several people, Chrissy. I don't talk about it much because it's not a fun subject, and I like having fun. But
Yeah. So, are you going to do an after show tonight, Caldy?
it's not. Yeah, but it's.
Okay. Well, let's make it light. Let's make it much better than.
Yeah.
I like the way Chuck said he needs my cash app.
Needs my cash.
That was very funny. Very funny, Chuck. I
I think he needs your cash. Only your cash.
right. Always after me, Lucky Charms. I wish they were only after my Lucky Charms.
Oh no, it's Teriak.
I think they just want your cash. To be
Oh,
honest.
did Teriak join us?
I sent him the stuff. I sent out. It was like 35-ish to people, but it was last minute, so blame Grump. It's usually my fault anyway.
If Teriak would like to join us,
I'm blaming all of the people that are listening to me that have not sent in some freaking money. Send in the money. Hey, Arthur Daya, we were just talking about you. It is not a debate panel. We're raising money for a headstone for a young man who died from fentanyl overdosing. And I was literally just talking about you as someone who understands fentanyl on a level that I probably never will because I don't do drugs, but that's okay.
I don't either. So,
ladies and gentlemen, please open those wallets and give freely and give often because it matters. You matter. You all matter. You're great people. I like you
Cursed,
all.
I sent it, Cursed. I sent your $5 dono. I did. I sent it.
We're having a little bit of a cash drive tonight. We're trying to raise some money here. So send in some freaking money. Don't send me money, though. There's a link out there somewhere that is.
There we go. Just spammed it again.
We have.
Ridge chat is not linked.
I would like to give money, but not sure how. Okay.
That's how. I just sent out the link, and it should be on under Chrissy's name on all of her platforms, under my name for all of mine.
I got this. That's one of mine. Luke, it should be pinned, or it should be in my description. It should be there. So you should be able to
Not
find
to
it.
mention, like tomorrow, whatever.
I'm going to take it off.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, Brian. I'm so sorry. But, brother, I hope it gets better for you. I really do, man. Like, this is it's a fucking tragedy. I'm fucking heartbroken for you, man. And, yeah. I'll talk
Brian,
to you.
we're all, if anything, up here sending virtual hugs.
Thanks, Caldy. He's gone.
I appreciate all of you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Oh, he dipped?
Yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, he said he was leaving.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
probably really hard for him.
It's a little hard for him, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell, it's a little hard for everybody, probably,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me and Brian's probably the only two people on panel who's ever actually lost a kid. So, when you lose a kid, it really hits home. I was in 1985. I was
Even harder, with these holidays and birthdays. And
I was
Danny, why don't you tell us about how you felt?
Trying to, but
After that, we were just talking about how Narcan is now available over the counter. It's a nasal spray and can be life-saving. We were just talking about that. We're also talking about how the fentanyl testing strips are now legal, and you can purchase those and use them to test suspicious substances that you may come across.
Danny, what were you
Danny,
trying
what
to
was
say?
that
I
you
want
were
to hear
saying
you
about?
saying.
Yeah, I want to hear what you had
Me
to say.
too.
I was just saying that me and Brian's probably the only two people in chat that ever lost a kid, and that's how it feels. In 1985, while it don't involve drugs or nothing, I had a son, and he passed away from the sudden infant death syndrome.
Oh God.
So yeah, he was very young, and I really know how it feels to lose a kid. It hits home. And by the way, Brian, I hate to tell you this, I'm 60 years old now, and I still think about my son that passed away back in 1985.
Oh man, sorry to hear that. I was born in 1985.
Oh my God,
Oh
graduated high
God, now I
school.
really feel old. Let me
You
find out.
baby.
Dan, Brian was disconnected. I think refreshing for just a little bit while you were telling that. Just
Yeah.
FYI.
Oh,
Gosh.
So
I'm
Emmett,
sorry, Dan.
yeah, it's rough to go through. I'll tell you that much. And I was young then. My nerves probably couldn't take it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Emmett, thank you for joining us. Tell us a little bit about
Yep.
why you showed up tonight and what it is that you're here to support.
Well, I'm here just to support you in general. I don't have like a grave story to tell about this. I just show the request by Grumple, and I just your Grumple's been a good friend of my channel, so I just decided to show up, tell the people on my chat if they can help, and just put it out there and showing support. That's it.
Grump, can you make sure to drop Grid and Emmett's links in my chat so that my followers can follow them as well?
Yes.
Thank you.
Also, I just want to mention to anybody who's out there, like right now, people are watching us, and that's cool. But think about this. This is going to be replayed probably sometime. She'll have it out tomorrow or something. And the replay watchers, and my words to replay watchers are, if you see this, you could donate too. You don't have to be on this thing at
Doesn't
this
have to be live.
So if you could open up your heart and stuff, please donate to his fund, because it's a rough time for him, and he could really use the help.
I agree.
Thank you.
So that goes out to the replay watchers.
Grid, do you have some statistics for us or anything? Grump, I'm gonna need a minute for my mom. I'll be right back.
Sure, you got it.
Doug, thank you.
Yeah,
Grump, I believe someone from my
$50
chat
came
just
in
sent a
from
dono.
Chuck and Sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead, Grid.
I was just saying that, ladies and gentlemen, we have another $50 come in from Chuck in Tennessee to my Cash App. I will be sending that over. Grumple, give me some way to get that money to you, man.
Sure. Just on the here in the back chat, the same link, private chat. Boom, and it's the DM it. Oh, it's the last DM in Discord. I got you too. And then we have also an additional $10 from Anonymous on the site right now. Emmett sent me, I may be unsavory that they warned you about, but I still wish you the best in these hard times from Section 230. Section 230. So on the site right now, you're up to 225 out of the $2,500 total, plus 150 additional that hasn't reached it quite yet. So that's
We're getting there.
375 total.
Thank you guys.
Thank you so much, Section 230.
Yeah, every little bit helps people.
Yeah, really.
And I am almost done. I'm putting together the links for everybody's links. I'm sure most of all of our chat knows each other at this point.
Yeah, this isn't really about us, but yeah.
Yeah, but Chrissy wanted to put it out, so you know what? Hey, yeah, that's a good idea.
She's the host.
Send it all out. But yeah, we are trying to help this gentleman Brian raise money. If you're just joining us, we're trying to help this gentleman raise money to put a gravestone on his son's barely marked grave. That is a phrase that should not have to be actually said out loud, but that's what we're doing, and we're helping him to deal with that, to get an appropriate headstone for his child.
Yeah.
Tracy, did you have anything additional for any thoughts on people that have been impacted by fentanyl or other drugs?
I'm telling you, it's scary. It is a scary situation. I personally, I don't know any. To be truthful, I don't. I'm not gonna say I don't know anybody who's never had that stuff, but long story short is I could know somebody, but I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say in a long way is I don't know anybody who's tried it or has lived through it or has died from it. But I mean, I could feel you as a human being. You know, I'm not a parent. You know, my husband and I are just living with our dog and all that. But when there is a death, you know, I take it personally because my mom and dad. My mom died when she was 56, and we found her in the living room, and my first husband died and my dad died and I'm an only kid, so it's like, you know, I've been through the mill with death. I've gone to different group counselings and all this, you know, and all this recovery behavior, but I'm telling you something, you know, just deal with yourself one day at a time. If you feel like, you know, like I tell people this, you know, if you want to listen to your favorite song, if you want to scream into your pillow, if you want to go outside in your front lawn and scream like the Home Alone kids spin around or throw a brick against something or whatever you got, do it. Because you know what? It's only going to be helpful for you. It's therapeutic, you know? And there could be days like that. And then there's going to be days where you're going to be happy, and you know, and he would want you to be happy. You know, he loved you, and he wanted only but the best for you. And I could say that with General Fott because my parents did. You know, they want the best for me, and you know, you raised him the best you could, and you can't blame yourself or nothing like that. You know, you did everything a father could do for his son, and you know, just do one day at a time. Don't be so hard on yourself. Go have, if you like ice cream, go for your favorite flavor. If you like to have tea at night, you know, I don't know, but you know, or whatever, or talk to your wife about things that you haven't talked about in years, like going out to a party or something. Just things to keep yourself sane and you know, attached to the earth, because you know, the more talking you do, and you know, and the more you let it out, the less you'll feel like it's a burden on you. You know, your heart won't feel so heavy because you got to look out for yourself now. You know.
So I went ahead and I took Chuck's 50. I sent you that, and I doubled it on my end, so you should have 150 there.
There we go, Brian. It shows up. It's showing up. We got 150 from Grid on the site. So now showing is $375 of the $2,500 goal, and that's not counting what I believe is an additional 100 from Too Tall Rob that has not made its way yet. So we're talking a total of $475, not fully actualized yet, but $475 out of your $2,500 goal.
Well, I'm
and
sorry.
I think Kirst was sending
It's
something.
going to help out. It's helping. At least it's something.
Listen, I didn't mean to go on forever. You know,
No,
you're fine.
It was all good.
but I just, you know, I just thought, you know, you have to think sort of out. I mean, outside the box a little bit, you know. And I'm great. Yeah. I'm good for that. I mean, I'm outside the box person, but I mean, seriously, I mean, you know, you got to do what's best for you and your other two sons now, and your wife or your girlfriend or your, you know, ex lover, friend, whatever. You know, just you know, give yourself some solace.
Wait a minute, that's not appropriate. We're gonna delete that. I'm not sure which channel that message is coming from. It's on my end. Panelverse, that's not appropriate right now. We're doing a fundraiser to help this gentleman, Brian, buy a headstone for his son. This isn't. Are you talking about that Canadian
idiot?
I don't know who. I don't know. We're gonna delete that.
Sorry.
No,
things I can remember.
He has an Instagram with me because
what's Brian's trying to say something. What's up, Brian?
Because she was just telling me, because one of the things I do remember when my son right before he passed or whatever, it's like a few weeks before he passed, we're on our way to church, and I remember him telling me, he said, Dad, man, I really am proud, man, of the man you are, man. I'm really proud, Dad. He's like, man, I love you so much. And he's like, man, I thank you for everything that you always do for me. And you know what? That really means a lot to me, you know, especially coming from a child, you know, or one of your kids. And so I'm really grateful for him and for him letting me know, because, you know, I don't know if some of you guys are fathers or not, but like I said, coming from your kid and you hearing it from your kid, because I don't hear that. I barely hear that from my wife, to be honest. Like,
No, I'm
like,
with you.
you're a good
Yeah.
man, and so from him to say that, like,
It
Dad,
goes without saying.
That's
you're a really
amazing.
good father,
Hmm.
and he was like, man, Dad, you do a lot for us. We love you, and I
Hmm.
was like, man, you know what? That means a lot to me. Just coming from him.
Incredible.
And some kids don't even realize what their parents go through for them. They don't see
sounds like he
behind the
did, though.
scenes. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. That's unusual.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
knew
that's right.
he knew you move heaven and earth for him.
Well, just from the way
Yeah,
you've
'cause
described him, it's clear
I
he was just.
expect to hear that. Like I said, I expect to hear that from my wife. Before my son.
I don't expect to hear that from my wife, but
Yeah, I didn't never hear that in front of my wives either.
That's funny. So I tell her, pretty much, all the time that I appreciate her and how beautiful she is, and I love her. And
Aw.
well, it's very important to do that for all of your loved ones. You always have to let them know, because you don't know when there's not going to be a tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Every
Now
day
you
could
tell
be
me
your last.
If you had told me that sometime in the past, I may still have a wife.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, like when my first husband passed, I didn't know. I mean, I came home and there he was, laid dead.
We all get too comfortable thinking that death's not
Mhm.
just right there for any of us and anybody that we know, and it's hard.
Yeah, another thing is how we were saying how it doesn't hit us until it hits home, like it hits something close. Because as many billboards I done passed by, said something about fentanyl, and I just went over my head.
Yeah.
And, I'm just
Ryan?
like, my kids will never use fentanyl, and
Not intentionally, but hey, Brian,
No.
you've got more incoming. An anonymous giver. The message is praying 100 additional dollars,
Wow.
and Emmett's nightly allotment is the donator's name for $25. The message is God bless. So on the Give Send Go right now, you're at a 500 with presumably an additional 100. We're at 600 total, ladies and germs. Open up those wallets and help this man give
There's
his son a headstone.
There's another one in the chat from Navy Baby Bree or something.
Yeah, Navy Baby Bree, $5. Sorry, this is the only way we could send a dono. Prayers and love to everyone.
Thank you,
sure
Navy
Chris will
Baby
get
Bree.
that to you, Brian.
Thank you, Bree.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There-
I will
looking
be.
at me
I'll have
myself,
to
and
drop.
he was like a twin. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I will have to drop. I will be sharing your donor. It's been on my channel. Much love to you and prayers. All the strength to you. Hope you find
Thanks for coming
solace
here.
soon.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thanks,
I just wanted to.
And just
to show
for
some- glad
everybody,
to meet everybody. Yeah.
Nice to meet you too.
or are you leaving?
Yeah, he's out.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
dropping. You were going to say something, so I'm not.
Okay.
Say something.
Yeah, I want to say it's nice to meet you, cartoon-headed guy.
Yeah, exactly. Bye, AI.
He's a VTuber.
He's got to get back to
That's it.
Panelstein.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No, I'm
He's a
I
Panelsteinian.
I've evacuated Panelstein
Wow.
after the. Well, I can't say what I want to call him. Okay, but later we'll see. But I'm on the
Okay.
U.S. right now under protection by the law.
Oh God.
I'll be seeing you guys later. Have a good one.
Thanks for stopping
Too
by,
nice
Emmett.
to meet
I really
you.
appreciate it.
Wow.
As a reminder for anybody who would like to send money to help this gentleman with the expenses of a headstone, if you send it via another way other than the Give Send Go, then whoever receives it has to then there's going to be there's slop involved, mechanical slop. There's going to be whatever that platform takes out, and then whoever receives it is possibly, depending on how it's structured, possibly going to have to pay taxes on it before then sending that on. So there's levels of loss in between. Versus if you can, thank you very much for anything you can send, and if you can do it directly, the best platform is the Give Send Go, and I'll send out that link additionally one more time. And thank you for anything that you can do. We're trying to help out.
$5 makes a difference. Seriously.
$5.
Yeah. Like just every little bit. Like if 5,000 people give $5, that's a big difference. Like just think about that. Just saying.
And there you go on the screen. It's out everywhere on Chrissy's platforms and my platforms, and it is also now on screen.
Thank you.
And don't forget, replay watchers, please open up your hearts for this young man.
Yeah.
He lost his son, and it's just a tragedy all the way around.
And you can, as a reminder, just briefly again, if you have a healthy savings or flex spending account, if there's a medical fund that you get allocated every year with your insurance or whatever, and you have to spend it or lose it, things like Narcan or Band-Aids or whatever else, but Narcan falls under that. That's, you can use those end of year dollars that are going to be lost if you don't spend them. You can use them to pick up a few packs of Narcan, and usually they come in a 2-pack. You don't want to just have one on hand. You want to have at least 2, because sometimes more than one is necessary, and it could be entirely not the fault of whoever needs it. You can get adversely impacted. You can go into an overdose, and you cannot, without even knowing that you touched it or came into contact with it at all. It's that insidious of an epidemic that we are dealing with right now.
Yes. Yep.
Thank you, Juan. That's really sweet. He said, I wish I could give you a ton for real. Big hugs, Brian. Real hugs, Brian.
Thank you. Thank you. I was actually watching a cop show, so he's right. I was watching a cop show, and there was a cop giving Narcan to one of the guys, and one was not enough at all. He had to use 2. Yeah, he had to use 2 of them.
Dang.
As a side effect, also be aware, if you have to administer, you want to get a little bit of training on it. It's not just like putting a Band-Aid on. It is usually in the form of a nasal spray. And from what I understand, it is very common that the recipient may projectile vomit. So you want to be aware of that when administering Narcan. You want to go and not just have it and not learn anything about it. This is one of those things that you maybe want to see something from a professional. Just you don't have to necessarily take a class, but just look it up. What are the possible things that happen when administering Narcan? Because you don't, I mean, it would be tragic if that thing, when administering Narcan, if you're the one and you can save the day and save a person's life, if that surprises you and gets you outside of your OODA loop so far that you are unable to do the second one and that person needs it, and then on that you end up with a tragic result. It would be very tragic for that to be the situation, just because you didn't know that, oh, be ready for this when doing it.
Yeah, just as a general rule,
you
if
know
see
that
anybody
other than me,
overdose-
nobody understood what you meant when you said OODA loop, right?
I understood because I know Grump. He's my co-host on
yeah.
Wednesdays.
Sorry.
I knew, Griff.
Yeah, super quickly, the OODA loop is just how you basically function: observe, orient, decide, act. And that's just the constant loop that you're doing in. Basically, people go through and like, hey, they've already decided, like in your subconscious, in your lizard brain, you've already decided the actions that you're going to take, whether it's breathing or, hey, there's a shadow, there's something there, whatever it is. If you're expecting something and something drastically different happens, that causes your entire loop that your brain operating system functions on to reset, and you can just freeze and stop while your brain's resetting. That's interrupting your opponent's OODA loop is how you get an advantage on that opponent in a fight, in a big situation. It's a big thing.
Yeah.
And you want to do it, but that's just because that's just how it's hacking the brain. That's just how your brain works.
Yeah. I'm going to have to, I'm going to jump off here in just a minute as well. I normally close down at 11 o'clock, and I'm going to just kind of address my chat. I will leave the links up in my chat, and we'll see what else we can do to help you guys out. Hopefully we've moved the needle a little bit. Could have been we needed probably a little bit more notice, but that's okay. We'll make it work.
Yeah,
Rid, I really appreciate you. By the way, Brian, I think, is going to leave this link up for a couple weeks. So we have a couple weeks. We could blast it out on any of the streams that we do going forward. And I don't care if you guys share my story or share my stream. I will not copyright you guys for sharing if you need to like clip or share or whatever. Like all of you that have shown up tonight are welcome. And Grid, it is amazing to actually be on stream with you finally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's
I appreciate you
easy
answering,
to be on
buddy.
stream with me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's very easy to be on stream with me. All you have to do is ask. I stream a lot. So
my condolences to you and your wife and your whole family and the friends and everything in under sun for you, you know?
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the love and support you guys are showing. This really helps my family out a lot. And we couldn't be more grateful right now. Because you guys don't know us. You guys just joined all in and got your chat to help out, and we really, really like from the bottom of our hearts, we really appreciate it. So now we will be able to actually put a headstone there for my son and have something to look at, when we go there now instead of just that little 4x4 postcard that they have down there.
Right. Well, Grid, thank you so much. I appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, thank you, Grid.
yeah, no worries. You guys have a great rest of your night.
Nice seeing you, Grid.
Yeah. As always, feel free to stop by the show, hang out. Love to chat about stuff. If you're going to be in the Dallas area in July, by the way, we are looking at doing a debate con is going to be there the last weekend in July, and I am going to do an event just like I did in Nashville at the last debate con, where I will have live debates and a big party and a big social event. It'll be an all-day thing. I start at about 10 in the morning. We end at midnight. It's a great time. And we'll have it's going to be awesome. If you happen to be in the Dallas area or you're traveling through in that time frame, feel free to reach out and we'll see what's going on. Grumple, I know you're going to be there.
Grumple will be there for at least part of it.
You don't have to debate. You can just come and hang out and fellowship with all the people that you hear about and see online, and you may never get to meet again. My last event in Nashville was a major success. It really, moved a lot of needles in a lot of different directions. And we're just trying to figure out how to make this one work, because I paid for everything for the Nashville event. It was expensive. It was a lot. And I'm not going to do that in Dallas. So we're trying to figure out whether we're going to get some sponsors or something to help it work out. But it's going to be a really, really excellent event. I know we've got tons of people who will be interested in it, and you guys will all have fun. So in the meantime, as always, be cool and wear the glasses if you need them. And just be awesome.
Thanks, Grid. I appreciate it.
Nice talking with you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. You guys have a great rest of your night, and I hope that you get some more money in there. Everybody, as I said, give freely and give often.
Thanks for stopping by, Grid. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no worries.
Hugs.
See you guys.
Grid.
See you.
Take it easy.
I just tweeted. I didn't realize I hadn't about this with the links
Clarence.
to the stream and
Cleaner
and the-
409
and
has
the
joined us.
donation. Welcome in, Cleaner.
Trying to use Twitch and Twitter.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah.
So, Cleaner, what do you have to say about this subject?
I mean, it sucks. Anytime that we lose somebody to one of these super synthetics or things that we wish we could uninvent in human history, it's really horrible, and it's especially horrible when it's one of your children,
Right.
or someone like your wife or your children like that. I can't imagine how much pain Brian is going through right now. And Brian, you have a lot of people that feel for you. You do. You have a lot of people in the community that understand that, and they understand you're going through something really heinous, and their hearts feel for you right now. And that's how it should be.
Brian, Cleaner is another YouTuber that I have mad respect for. And I am very honored and complimented to have him on my stream tonight to support you, because it means a lot to me, because he's one of the ones that I always listen to, that I always go like, that's right. He's
Thank you.
Cleaner is amazing. He really is. And I love listening to him debate. Like he dominates. I love it.
That's so
So
cool.
having him on my panel tonight is I'm honored and complimented, but having him here to support you, Brian, that means the world to me.
Yeah, thank you, Glenn. I appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
So, Cleaner, you were saying some stuff in chat. Would you mind saying that out loud?
About carfentanyl and fentanyl?
Yes.
Before you begin, Cleaner, please pause just a moment if we could put a pin. Brian, there's an additional $20 coming in from our man, Smoking Spaceman.
Yay!
The message is, grief is love with no place to go. That is profound. We all know Smoking Spaceman. He's a mod for most everybody.
Smoking Spaceman's a mod for me too. Like, I love Smoking Spaceman.
So we're up to 520 on the board with possibly another 100, so 620 total.
We're getting there, Brian.
Please, Cleaner, take it away. Thank you.
Cleaner, it's your show.
Oh no, it's not my show. I'll explain what I understand of fentanyl. I did a lot of research on it, trying to understand how they could make the determination they made on my wife, where she had absolutely nothing in her system other than fentanyl itself, and enough to kill an entire herd of horses. So, fentanyl can be something as small as a grain of sand. It's itty bitty. It can be like a grain of salt, right? That can be enough to take someone out. And carfentanyl is even worse. You take that grain of salt, put it in a cup of water, and a drop of that water could kill a person. So it's pretty bad. It really is. And a lot of people don't understand exactly how much of it gets into the United States coming from other countries. Most of the time, the southern border, they dig tunnels and bring it in by the pallet load. And if you don't understand how much a pallet load is, 100 Acme bricks on a pallet would be a pallet load of fentanyl. And each brick probably has about 100 million grains of sand on it.
Jesus.
Wow.
I
get logistics. I run a trucking company, so I know pallets and
There's enough illegal fentanyl crossing the border to kill the entire country. I forget how frequent it is, but it is very frequent. I think a day might be less than a day, just on average. I'm sorry, Cleaner, please go ahead.
No,
that's really scary.
The thing is, we had a really bad epidemic that was happening during the past couple of presidents we had, because the borders were not policed enough, and people could bring that into our country a lot easier. And so we had a lot of it that came into the country we still haven't tracked down. We still don't know exactly where it's at. We're still trying to find it all and get rid of it. And like law enforcement's having a hell of a time trying, but they're doing their damnedest. And it's horrible, man. It really is. This wasn't something that was like by accident. Fentanyl, I understand cartels using that to some degree to try and, it makes sense in the evolution of a cartel, right? But carfentanyl is so very deadly. I mean, you don't have to be off by much. Like I said, a grain of salt in a drop of water, or a grain of salt in a cup of water, and a drop of that water. That's how very small an amount it takes. So
Jesus.
Yeah.
This is what this country has come to. This is what our society is just ignoring.
One of the things. Yeah.
They're ignoring it because they're not.
The numbers are coming down. Like you said in your own statistics that
I did.
It is getting a little better. It's still terrible. Don't get me wrong. This is awful. But I do feel like there is light at the end of the tunnel here.
I think we just all really need to get serious about it.
There's a lot of politics involved, and some people, the border is a very contentious and divisive topic. And that's where a lot of it is getting into the country, the southern border. Not just there, but that's a big one. The cartels, they don't, the funny thing is they don't just move drugs either. There's all kinds of stuff. They have it is big business. The cartels are big business, giant logistics operations, if nothing else. They do a lot of it illegal, but it's all just big business. Moving counterfeit jeans is a thing too. Nobody thinks about, like, doesn't really impact anybody. I believe 13% last time I checked of the world's microprocessors are made in Mexico. Some legally, some illegally, whether they're counterfeit or not. That's the thing. They move those. There's counterfeit chips that are coming from Mexico, and it's the cartels. It's not like Mexico, the country. It's the cartels that are in Mexico and other places that are doing it. So that you've got to have the will of. We've got a vast market for a lot of this stuff, whether it's illegal substances or counterfeit goods. There's a large market here, and how do we solve? There's only so much, like even preventing everything from coming directly across. There's still going to be stuff that comes across. We can drastically reduce it, but it's never going to be zero. It's unfortunate.
I just feel
We gotta
like,
be ready.
do we even realize what's going on under our own noses?
I think a lot of people don't.
And just because they don't experience it, know it, or exposed to it at the time, then are we just going to be ignorant when it happens? Like,
That's what a lot of people, most people aren't too, I mean, whether they are concerned with their own personal interest topics of the dragon that they need to slay, until something impacts you, you're not really, I mean, maybe not into that, because not everybody can be interest or working on all of these things. There's just too many things out there that to work on.
It's a well understood like psychological phenomenon. There's only so many things you can worry about, and if you actually were cognizant of all the dangers around you at all times, you wouldn't be able to function.
exactly. But what about not worrying about your latte in the morning and worrying about, like, how can I help be more aware of like things that are going on around me? Like, people are so fixated with getting their coffee in the morning.
Well, then, okay, let's say that's just 15 minutes of like not making it yourself. Let's say 15. Is that a reasonable time to like go to a Schmucks or a Tom Hortons, Tim Hortons, or a Dunkies or whatever? Is about 15 minutes like a good time to allocate? Is that a $10 in and out? Okay, let's just say that's, every weekday, we'll say that's 20 days a month times 12 months. That's 240 15 minutes out of a year, 15-minute periods. Now, let's just say, what is it that you're going to do instead? Is it going to be the same thing or a different thing every time outside of what you normally worry about? Let's just reallocate that time, that brain processor power there. How do you decide which thing? They're like, I think Tug said that there's so many things out there to worry about. There's a lot of dragons out there to slay. Some are real, some are made up, and it's hard to know which ones are real and which ones are made up.
I mean, we already have an anxiety epidemic in this country as well.
Absolutely.
So.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Speaking as somebody who takes anxiety meds, I get it.
I do too.
Most of us do.
And that too, when you start worrying about, like, thinking about all of these things, that which one can I help? Which one do I work on? What do I need to be aware of just in daily life? Even that can cause, if you sit down and actually think about it, how could you not get anxiety about that? You get your all wrapped around the axle about it.
Yeah.
I've got some more statistics coming up in the back for you, Grump.
Would you like me to read them?
Yeah. That's exactly, you read me. You read me. Of course you read me. My producer.
DEA actions. Between January 10th and February 12th, 2026, the DEA seized over 4.7 million fentanyl-laced pills and nearly 2.369 pounds. That doesn't have an increment. 2.369, probably million pounds of fentanyl powder.
Ugh.
Trafficking patterns. Most fentanyl is seized at official ports of entry, often in vehicles driven by U.S. citizens.
By U.S. citizens.
crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
There's money involved in being a mule.
Yeah.
Sometimes U.S. citizens are indebted to cartels also. It's not just people, like, it's not just coyotes trying to get people illegally across the border that then are essentially owned by the cartels for however long. There are U.S. citizens that get involved in them too, and then they, in some cases, end up being mules. A lot of, I think it's mostly against their will.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody's preferring to bring, especially drugs this dangerous, across the border by choice. You know, that's not hashtag not all dragon slayers. There's going to be some that, I mean, this is business. This is what they do.
Right.
Instead of smuggling people, they smuggle goods, and those goods just happen to be very lethal.
Cleaner.
Yes, ma'am.
You had some really good comments in chat tonight, and I really felt compelled to ask you to come up because, like, I think maybe Brian needs to hear some of those things that you were saying about your experiences as well.
Before you begin, again, Cleaner, Chrissy, your horizontal stream on YouTube has just been rated by Mr. Flow State, the Powder Dusty, and their viewers just
Powder
dropped
Dusty.
by.
Hey, Dusty's always welcome to come up on panel as well. Now that he's ended his stream, he's always welcome up here.
Yeah, I'll spam out the, or you know what? I sent him the link earlier, so he has the StreamYard link.
Thank you.
But I'll send out the. Please, Cleaner, continue.
Most of what I was saying in chat was the statistics and how fentanyl works, and the other more deadly version of it. I mean, the thing that people don't really realize is, like, 1 pound of fentanyl has like 181,000 lethal doses in it. 1 pound can kill almost 200,000 people by itself. Like, so when we're talking about they're getting like metric tons of this stuff, like on average they'll get a metric ton a day or something like that, or however much it, like, I mean, it's like, this is a lot of people that could be dying from this. And I think they're saying, what was it, 27,000 pounds in 2023, and that was like just at border, just at the southern border, just what they could seize, right? And that's just what they actually seized at the border. That's not even what made it here illegally through the tunnels and all that. That's just what they seized. It was like 27,000 pounds. That's enough to kill, what is that, like 4 million people or something? I mean, like, and that's just like coming right across. And that's not even the big chunk of it. That's a small chunk of it that we actually got off of people and caught them who were dumb enough to try and come across the border with it, right?
Right. So my question is, what if they found a way to get it into like the water system, or like...
Oh, Chrissy, before the question, quick catch up for Raiders, because this is appropriate now.
Yay.
For the Raiders, this gentleman is Brian. This link on the screen,
you.
and in the chats, the clickable link in the chats. This is it's not a GoFundMe. It's Give, Send, Go. It's similar to GoFundMe, where people can donate. What we're doing right now is raising awareness for the situation, but also raising money so that this gentleman can purchase a headstone for his son due to unintended tertiary fentanyl overdose. His son wasn't intending to do it. It's something that happened, and it's something that buying a headstone for your son is a sentence that shouldn't have to be said. So if you can open your wallets and send money to this link, it will help out this gentleman here buy a headstone for his son. And so far we've got, the goal is $2,500. So far, we have, the last donation was 22 minutes ago from Spoking Spaceman. We got $22. The total on the platform is $520. We've got plus an additional 100 that has not been accounted for yet. So we're that's I think about 40% of the way, 30% of the way.
Locksmith Jeremy, is that for this donation, or is like, what is?
Locksmith Jeremy sending in $20 to the stream. Be aware that if you send it to the stream, there's YouTube is going to take out, and then Chrissy is going to have to pay taxes on what comes in, and then she is going to have to send money, the money to Brian, who's joining us on screen. Thank you for the donation. The best way to do it is directly through the Give, Send, Go. I think they only take 1%, and then all the money gets to where it needs to go.
You did get a $5 earlier, Chrissy, while you weren't here.
Yes.
I have somebody texting me on the phone right now that's a friend of mine that's saying I'm trying to donate. I'm going to send him the direct link. So
Locksmith Jeremy confirms it is to help out.
To help out. Okay, Locksmith Jeremy, we will make sure that we donate. I donate $20 for you, your name to this fund. I will do it.
Okay, thank you. Cleaner, I think there was something for you. Just back housekeeping. This was all for, because I don't think we had said the purpose of what this fundraiser was for and the situation since the raid. With which, thank you, Flo, Mr. Dusty, again for raiding Chrissy's channel, helping out. And Flo, you're welcome up if you be so kind.
Dusty, you're welcome to come up and talk. We're getting ready to end here, probably in about 15 minutes. But if you'd like to come up and join and speak about what you feel about this fentanyl, it's really sad. The people that we're losing, the loved ones we're losing, we're all losing. And I'm scared. Like, this is getting to a point where you don't know if you're going to get a DoorDash and you're going to eat something and you're just going to not wake up. Like what Cleaner said is like a grain of sand, like a grain of salt.
Yeah.
That's scary.
And you don't have to ingest it either. You can absorb via your skin.
Yeah, touch it. Wow.
Yeah, there are police officers that go out to investigate crime scenes, and as they're picking up evidence, there'll be a grain or two on it, and they'll die from touching the evidence.
Yeah, it can even permeate gloves.
Yep.
Wow.
Some of the gloves it can. Yeah.
Seriously.
Yep. 100%.
Oh my God.
And now they have this other one that's out that's called carfentanil. That's 100 times stronger.
Like they needed that.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like we already had the Reaper, and then like the hot pepper came out after the Reaper, which was the Scorpion, and now they have the Pepper X. So now they're just doing that with fentanyl.
Yeah, it's kind of like when we invented sarin gas. Like, we regret inventing it. What it does to the human body is horrible. We regret it. If we could take back that invention, we do it. Fentanyl is probably one of those things too.
I bet even as bad as it is, and as how much it needs to be diluted in order to like handle doses, even I would imagine that's a logistics thing, that it was invented in order to save money and transport more that can then be diluted back out afterwards. But
they're not diluting it.
What's it being cut with and what's it being diluted with? It's just like, every other drug problem about what's it cut with, rat poison or like the 80s was apparently a lot of that going on.
Yeah. Well, and with
fentanyl, logistics.
Like with fentanyl, it doesn't even matter what you cut it with, because fentanyl suffocates you to death. So like, I mean, that's what it does. It blocks the receptors, right? So like, you don't know, your body doesn't know when it's dying. You have no way of stopping it. You go to sleep, you wouldn't even know it, and you wouldn't wake up.
Wow.
And I mean, like other drugs, other things they could like cut it with or whatnot. It's just like inconsequential when you think about how extremely dangerous fentanyl itself is as a base for getting high for people. Or for, it's like, it's insane.
So why do people feel that it's okay? Like,
it's business.
It's not that they feel it's okay. See, and this is something that like guys that have had to go out and do like the jobs of taking care of the drugs that cartels have and fighting the cartel. They understand the cartels, for them, it's not that they care or they don't care. It's not that they're looking at this as a good and bad thing. This is money for them. All you are is a way gate to more money. That's it. And they're perfectly happy with you dying in order for them to get more money. They do not care about anything else.
The only downside is they lose a customer to them, but there's always more waiting.
Yeah.
And
We make
It's
more of
the
those.
side effects of the unintentional deaths of non-customers. I mean, it's the money. It's kind of inconsequential to them.
Mm-hmm.
But before we finish up here tonight, I do think we should let Brian talk a little bit more about his son, and just to remember him.
That is a great idea.
Brian, that would be amazing for me to talk more about your son. We'll be sharing out. And we're going to let this link run 2 weeks. And anyone that has a YouTube channel, if you share it out, if you tell the story, please. We appreciate the community connection that us YouTubers have when we come together to unite to help someone. And I appreciate every single one of you.
I also appreciate you guys too. Appreciate every single one of you guys.
Okay.
And well, for one, I haven't shared this part. It's a nightmare for me every single day. Every single day that it goes through my head. It's, I remember me getting up, walking to his room, and finding my son just laying there in his bed, holding his phone. And before I can get to his bed, I'm yelling his name. Brian, Brian, Brian. Lil B, Lil B, Lil B.
Oh.
So I get closer. I keep getting closer. He's not moving. All I wanted to tell him was just put his phone on the charger. That's it. So I get closer, like I said, and when I tried to take the phone out of his hand, it was like, he was just too stiff already. So when I tried to take the phone out of his hand, it was like he was, trying to keep the phone in his hand, like he had a good grip on it.
Wow.
And so I got the phone, and as soon as I took the phone out of his hand, the phone fell right out of my hand because I knew right then and there he was gone. I was like, I screamed to the top of my lungs, and I woke up the whole house. It's exactly 5:34 in the morning. Screamed to the top of my lungs. Oh man, it's like I said, it's a nightmare for me every single day. I was in so much shock, I didn't know what to do. When I woke up the whole family, my one of my younger son, he called 911.
Wow.
And because I was just in so much shock, I was just screaming. And I flipped him over. He was so stiff. He was laying on his arm, kind of like this, like he was facing and looking at his phone. I flipped him over. He was still so stiff to where his arm was still hanging in the air, you know, like he's still laying down, and his other arm was up in the air like he was looking at his phone. Yeah, he's on his back, kind of like in a position like this, and then the other arm is like this, like he's looking at his phone, and I'm still doing chest compressions on him, trying to wake him up. Did chest compressions for about 5 minutes before EMT arrived. And like I said, it's just a nightmare in my head every day. But Brian, he was truly loved. Me and his mother, we did everything possible we can do for him, and he knew that we loved him so much. Like I said, when he went and got his license, I planned it so he can get his license on his 18th birthday. So he went and got his license on his 18th birthday. And when he was planning on joining the Army, because I'm a Class A driver, I didn't know that you can go in the Army and get your Class A license at 18.
Wow.
It's like, hey, follow your dad's footsteps. So, and he was going to go on the reserve. He only had to, he could have stayed out here. And I mean, the recruiter told me he only had to work 1 day a week and he could stay home. Got the email the day after he passed, and the recruiter said, hey, man, you're cleared. You passed the federal background. You're cleared. You're cleared to come on in. I was just so proud of him. I said, hey, man, You ain't gotta follow everybody else's footsteps. Because once you get that government clearance, hey man, you're good. You know, you watch all these rap videos and stuff like that, and you see how these guys are carrying, you know, the big guns and stuff. You'll be legal to do that, you know. And he was just so proud. He was like, "Yeah, Dad, I'm doing it. I'm doing it." And like he was working at the same time. Hey! I'm on the line. I'll try to fix it in a minute, okay? They might do with you. Or there's your Uncle Clay. Try ask him if he can fix it. I'm finishing up this live right now, okay? So yeah, it was he was just so happy to join the army. He was happy about everything, you know. And then, like I said, Brian, he was so helpful. He helped anybody and everybody. He was joining nonprofit organization. He joined the Love Action nonprofit organization. And they're a big nonprofit organization that just goes around and gives out free food to the community. They do
Brian, is that all your background noise?
Yes, it is. Yeah. Yes, my brother just made it, and just came out to say hi.
Well, say hi. Say hi
Yeah.
to your brother. I'm sure he's feeling
Hello.
some kind of way too.
Yeah.
Hello,
Hi,
brother.
brother.
Hi, brother.
Hi.
Hi, brother. Us YouTubers are supporting Brian.
Always.
Yeah, they
Yes.
do.
Brian,
Mhm.
I've heard a number of people on panel try and give you some kind of advice to help you get through this, and I'm going to tell you something that I guess only somebody who's actually had something similar to this could tell you and understand that it might actually help you in some way. And it's like when something like this happens, it doesn't matter if the person that it happened to occasionally used drugs or didn't. They are the victim. So if at any point in time anyone ever tries to say, well, if your son used them, then don't listen to them. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I
That
know
is
for a
not a
fact.
fair.
Yeah,
All right. Good.
I know for a fact. No, my son was not a druggie at all. He didn't know. He didn't know. If
Yeah.
you knew my son, you would know for
Cleaner,
sure.
his
I've heard
son was
so many
scared
people
of it.
try.
His
I have
son
heard
was.
so many people try saying that to people who have lost someone to this, and I
Mhm.
think that that's one of the things that I've seen. These some lefties will come in and just ruin somebody's life, saying the most horrible things to their wife or whatever when something like this happens, and so I just so that no matter what, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if somebody is a drug user in this world or not. If fentanyl has killed them, they are a victim. This is not. This is not a recreational drug. This is a deadly, lethal drug. It is used as poisons by some assassins. It is a known drug to kill. Like you understand. Like this isn't. This isn't just some little street drug. Like somebody smoked a little weed or something, right? Like
Yeah.
this is something that is meant to kill.
Mhm.
I mean, maybe that wasn't what it was invented for, but the reason it's coming here is for them to make money off it, and they do not care if they kill or not with it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like I was
Yeah.
telling him earlier in the live stream, like I never thought nothing of the fentanyl. Like I said, I passed many billboards and been in many doctors' offices, and and then let's say something about fentanyl kills and all of that. Never
Hmm.
thought about and possibly, be honest, never get because my son, he wasn't a druggie. He didn't use drugs. Like I said, he got recruited in the army. I got the email the day after he passed, and you can't even smoke weed to get in the army. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
After my
Right.
son, he did smoke, some weed a few times. Well, a lot of times, I'm gonna be honest, he smoked weed a lot of times, but when he did it, he was right here, and
Mhm.
I would, I would watch him like, hey man, why are you smoking weed in your room? Take that outside,
Mhm.
you know, go
How
on the
about don't
back.
do it at all? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, I'm told don't do it at all, but I didn't want him to go, I didn't want him to hide anything from me.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
that
it's
way
the
with my
smart way to
daughter
go.
as
Yeah.
well.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm that way with my daughter as well. I'm like, if you're gonna do something, do it here. Don't do it away from the house. Like
There's
I'd
no
rather you do it.
there's
Yeah.
no really good solution, so it's like the best of the circumstances. You try and
Yeah.
just get your best outcomes of what
Brian
you
was just,
can.
like I said, he was just so sweet and lovable. Like I said, he was always willing to help anyone, and
I love the fact that you said,
strong guy. He was always into more like working out all the time. You know, I
Right.
wish I could have worked out with him more, but anytime he's in the house, he's doing push-ups. I have so many videos on my phone where he put the baby on his back and he'll do push-ups with the baby
Oh
on his
wow.
back. Yeah.
I think it's really sweet that you also were saying earlier about like how he took his girlfriend to church. Like, Dad, could I borrow
Yeah.
the car to take my girlfriend to church?
Oh yeah, he would.
Like, I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not only that, remind you he's a gamer, so he would probably stay up all night, then go to work at 6 o'clock in the morning, and then when he gets off of work, he gets off. You know, if he's doing part time, he get off like right before church. And hey,
Wow.
Dad, can I use the car to take? You know, because of course he knows he can use the car to go to work. So, but he'll come up and be like, hey, can I use the car and take my girlfriend to church? Yeah, sure. And he's done that plenty of times. And you know, like,
That's
and I
really
like
sweet.
sometimes I didn't have the strength, to get up because I'm like, just like really burnt out. And I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
well, go ahead. I'll watch
Chrissy's
the
working you to
live
the
stream
bone.
I'll watch on
What?
TV.
I said Chrissy's working you to the bone.
Yeah.
No,
No,
I'm a nice boss.
I would love to come back over there with Chrissy right now. I'm
Yeah.
now I'm getting worked because I have to be at work in a little bit right now, and I
He
have
used to work for
need
me. He
that
doesn't
off.
work for me anymore.
Oh wow.
But when he did work for me, he was spoiled.
Yes, I was. I loved working for Chrissy. I would start at 7 o'clock in the evening, and I'll probably be home like around 3 o'clock, maybe sometimes 2 o'clock in the morning. And
Sometimes 6, depending on if there was doubles. I mean,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But still, that's still better than what I'm doing now. I don't get any rest. Like sometimes I get about an hour, and then
But you're working all the hours you're working right now to raise money for the headstone. You're doing the extra hours for the headstone.
Yeah, that too. And my son, he always, because I'm in a tiny place right now, and he always wanted his own space. And I don't want my other son to grow up like that, saying like, "Dad, now I want my own space," So
You're more aware of everything. Yeah.
I want to honor him. Here he is right now. He's keep bugging. No, I haven't fixed it yet. I'll be in
All
there in
right.
a second.
So you have 3 more sons.
No, I got two. Yeah, I have 3 boys total. And then the other one name is Byron, and then the baby is Brian.
JS, you need to come up then and speak. JS, like somebody send JS. I can say
I sent it to him from
right.
before.
I was like,
He has
JS,
it. It's in Discord.
I want to thank you guys for all your support. I'm getting kind of tired myself.
Yeah, you got to go take care of your family.
Brian, you can dip. I think we're gonna probably go maybe like 15 more minutes.
You said that 15 minutes ago.
I know, but I like if JS is gonna join us. JS has a lot of
I want to thank
influence.
you guys again. I really
Yeah.
appreciate all the donors, everybody that donated. Me and my family, we really appreciate it. Thank you, Chrissy, for putting this on.
You're
Chrissy,
welcome,
if you ever open up a spot back at your company, please think of me because I am working extra double hours over here, and
I just
won't
might
be
have a position opening up soon.
Let me know. I will be back quick.
Yeah, I know. You'll come back for the chicken and dumplings.
All right. Hey,
Well,
I
God
want to
bless
thank you
you,
guys
Brian.
again.
Yes,
God bless
definitely,
all of you
Mr.
guys.
Brian. My heart goes to you.
All right, you guys. Have a
Yes,
good
Lindsay, that site does take PayPal. It does.
Stay safe, bud.
Yeah.
All right.
Right, Brian.
Brian, if you can hear, don't be a stranger. Oh,
Yeah.
he is.
Okay. Yeah, I can hear
Follow
you.
all.
So
Be here.
we're all internet nerd content creators. This is what we can
Please,
do.
geek, not nerd.
Okay. If
Get out of here, geek.
Okay, Grump, text me on
I
my
don't know how
birthday.
to
Happy
find all
birthday.
you guys. So, Chrissy, can you send me a link to all their pages,
I
please?
will send you a link to every single one that participated tonight.
Thank you, and I'll definitely subscribe. I thank you guys all. We love me and my family. Love you guys for everything. All right, guys. You guys have a good night.
You
You
too.
too.
Thanks, you too.
Bye bye.
Okay.
So, JS Adventure, if you'd like to come up and speak on this point about what we're talking about tonight and have something to say, we would love to have you join us. I would like to go just a few more minutes and let anybody else, any other, like JS Adventure, like I love you. You can come up. You could say your piece. And also, Cleaner, thank you for joining us. It really meant a lot to me that you joined us and you gave the input that you gave because it meant a lot to Brian.
Sure thing, ma'am. I'm
Yeah.
this is one of those situations where I don't know if any guy really knows exactly what to say to another man when this happens other than shit.
Yeah, that's what I was struggling with.
Yeah.
And so I think myself, as much as any other guy here, probably tried to say something that had helped the guy, and hopefully we were able to word it right or say it in a way that helps him somehow. And hopefully the donations that people are able to get in will help him get a good headstone for his son, because I think it's absolutely horrible when all you have is a little 6x8 placard laying on the dirt, like laying in the grass. Yeah.
Laminated paper.
Yeah.
Well,
So I think they should at least be able to get a slant stone or a
Mhm.
stand up of some kind, so that it can be cleaned up and people who are visiting can see his name.
was
and,
that?
You know,
I think just the reminder of the human connection out there, and that people care, and that they're willing to reach out even for people they barely know or don't even know at all. I think that probably helped him more than anything that we actually said.
I think this is what he texted me. He texted me and said, "I don't think you understand how much it means that all of you have come together for me tonight."
Aww.
Yeah, see,
that's all he said. But that I know what that means, right?
And on the back end side, so on the screen, that the gentleman that was just with us is Brian. His name, his son is the kid you see on the screen here. The Give Send Go link, we spam it. We're spamming it. I think it's still visible in all the chats. That is to help him buy what Chrissy and Cleaner were just talking about. There's like basically an index card with a laminated index card. And that's the only marking that his son's grave currently has. And it was due to unintentional, unintended
Oxycat
fentanyl overdose. So we're trying to raise the money for that. Kissy Cat in the house with you already had it up.
Oh,
wow. With $100.
Too many people with buttons.
I will leave the buttons alone. You can have
the direct link is, you know what? I'll put it again. The sending money via super chats, it does help, but it not as much gets through to the final recipient. Thank you, Kissy Cat.
I really feel bad that but I feel like very satisfied with the fact that he showed up tonight, so that if you guys had questions, you guys had things to say to him, and we were all able to literally talk to him one-on-one. It wasn't through just chat. Like, he came up on panel and he represented.
He had a lot of strength to be able to talk about this
and he's never been live before. It's not like us that are used to going live. We're used to being on panel. We're used to live streaming. He just came up and was like, yeah, no, this is something bigger, bolder, badder than me, and I need this. And so mad respect to Brian. Yeah, if I have a job open up anytime soon, I'll bring him back. The only reason he left.
This is kind of something that I think that we men in society should do for each other. When someone in one of our groups has something like this happen, we should let that man know he's got support. If he needs to talk, if he needs whatever, if he can't get his son a tombstone, if he can't, whatever the situation is, Right. Like, this is one of those extreme cases where men just need to come together, no matter what your ideologies are, no matter any of that. This is a horrible thing to happen for a dad and for a mom too, I'm sure, and the rest of his siblings. So,
I agree. I completely feel like if someone sends me a link and says like, "Hey, I've got an extreme situation going on right now. We could really use you in your community to support." Even if all you do is show up to support, to give words, that means more than they know. I will show up, I will bring my community, and I will support it every time.
With that from Kissy Cat on the back end, we have surpassed 25%. We're past a quarter. There's 520 on the board, as you can see here. That's an additional $200 plus a little more, I think.
25 on top of that.
Somewhere in there. That's roughly, all of that together is roughly 29%. We're almost to a third of the way. And if we could close it out and get just a little bit more to help him
Every
out,
dollar helps people.
That's
if you guys could donate $5, $1, $3, whatever you can donate.
The money that's being sent in, what the active thing, because he's going to buy the head. From what I understand, he is working on it. But the money that comes in, what that's doing is preventing how much extra additional overtime that this gentleman has to work in order to get there. So you're buying him time back. That's what you're paying for, because it's gonna happen. He's gonna fill the void, and he's gonna purchase it. So what you're doing is by sending the money in, you're buying him time with the rest of his family, because that's less time that he has to spend in working overtime to earn it.
He's working overtime and he's working his second job.
Jesus.
And you can see just from looking at him, he's going through it.
That is a dedicated dad right there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I told you he came in and said like, "Hey Chrissy, I'm taking Halloween off." And I'm like, "Well, I don't have anybody to move the loads." And he's like, "You'll have to figure it out. I have kids. I have kids. So you'll have to figure out how to move the loads yourself." And I was like, at least he gave me a day notice. So at least I found a.
Well, it's obvious just from what little I saw of him that he's a great father. So
yeah.
And Kissy Cat, it was in that DM that I spammed out a bunch of people DMs in that DM. It was a few hours ago at this point, but it has the link for the StreamYard if you want to come up or anything too.
Yeah, Oxycat,
You're
Kissy
welcome.
Cat, you're welcome to come up. JS Adventure, you're welcome to come up and speak what you feel. Right now, what we're doing is we're bringing awareness to fentanyl, and we're coming together as a YouTube community. Doesn't matter if you're left, you're right, whatever. We're coming together to speak upon something that is affecting all of us. It has no prejudice.
And if it hasn't, it could at any day. Whether you don't know anybody that does drugs at all, you probably do, but whether or not anybody you know actually intentionally does or not, that has no impact. I mean, it increases risk, yes, by being an active, partaker of illicit substances, but you don't have to for this to impact you. That's why this is so crazy. And as we've said, you can even be wearing gloves, and if you just through the glove, it can go and you can overdose on it with something that you can't even see.
So
it becomes
cleaner.
airborne.
You were saying like literally people have been wearing gloves and they've died.
Yeah.
Solving crime scenes wearing gloves.
Yeah. Yeah, when they're even when they're wearing some of the brands of gloves, they don't stop it from piercing the glove itself because they won't have the right type of membrane to stop something from piercing, and it'll get right through it. Some of them allow an absorption factor, so when you wear gloves like rubber gloves, you get a little sweat in there. Some of them actually allow that sweat to breathe through the glove material itself, and that'll allow the absorption of fentanyl right through that same sweat that is coming out to cool you off. Yeah.
That is really such a scary thought.
Yeah, it is.
Hey, Chrissy, I'm gonna have to say good night. It's getting a little bit late.
Yeah, same here.
The storm is getting really bad here.
All right, guys. So
Yeah.
Believe it.
I'm going to go
Thank
ahead
you
and
for
end
stopping
it.
by, Dan.
We will definitely leave
Nice
the
meeting
link
you
up.
again.
2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'll leave the link up for anyone that wants to donate, help, and contribute. Guys, I hope to see you backstage. I know Danny and Tracy, good night. Hope to see the rest of you backstage.
Yeah,
So,
good night. We love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Brian, most love to you and your family. We did what we could do. We hope we could do more. We'll still continue to work on trying to share you out for the next couple weeks. See if we can somewhat try to relieve your pain and stress. So
last minute donos, anybody to that link in dash loving dash memory dash honor dash Brian's dash legacy. There it is. It's in the chats.
Okay. All right.
It was tragic.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah. Okay. See you guys backstage.
I don't slow down for doubt.
Night, everyone. Thank you for joining us.
Ride with me. Step aside.